People tend to pass judgment on others without completely understanding who they are. The Sigma is a misunderstood personality type. Sigma guys are like lone wolves. They do things their way and don't care what others say. However, because they are unique, people frequently have misconceptions about them. They believe they know them, but they don't. So, here are 7 typical misconceptions about Sigma guys. Just because Sigma guys are introverted and silent does not imply that they are uninteresting. Their contemplative temperament and proclivity to deviate from the main road frequently result in a distinct and diversified set of interests. They may not be the life of the party, but their minds are a flurry of ideas and concepts that can enrich any discourse. Their freedom and self-reliance frequently leads to intriguing adventures. They may not seek attention or the limelight while traveling to new locations or following odd interests, but this does not make them dull. These men are frequently the ones in a group that come up with the finest ideas for a weekend getaway or a spontaneous activity. They are just as capable of having fun and experiencing new things as anybody else, but they prefer to do so on their terms. And because they don't have to continuously amuse or seek affirmation from others, they may be very content in their own company. The phrase lone wolf refers to persons who live in or enjoy alone, yet this is just half of their tale. The notion of a lone wolf personality was developed from observing the wolf behavior. However, because wolves, like humans, are social creatures, they tend to remain in their packs and avoid leaving the group. Still, some wolves prefer to strike out on their own and experience life on their terms. Being a lone wolf isn't always a terrible thing, but not every Sigma male should be one. Some find strength in the companionship of others who share their beliefs, and they value friendships built on mutual respect and understanding. A Sigma does not have to break links with the world to prove he is one. And just because he is not on the forefront does not imply that he is a loner. Sigma men might be surrounded by friends and acquaintances, but they will not make an effort to fit in. The primary distinction is that they do not seek approval or acceptance from others. While they are at ease in their own company and are not afraid to embrace solitude, this does not imply that they are constantly alone or desire to be. They are careful and discerning about the organization, and they consistently favor quality over quantity. It's all about achieving inner tranquility, not becoming a total recluse. This idea of a Sigma male's desire for solitude over socialization is sometimes misread, leading to the incorrect moniker of a lone wolf. While they may not always be the life of the party, Sigma guys are everything but silent. Their calm attitude is sometimes misinterpreted as lack of things to say, which is far from the case. Sure, they may not be the loudest or the first to express their opinions, but that doesn't imply that they are always quiet. They are not interested in small talk or idle chatter, but when it comes to in-depth intellectual talks, they are right there in the middle. Don't be deceived by their allegedly peaceful facade. Sigma guys are introspective, taking time to ponder their ideas before expressing them. This deliberate attitude may be misunderstood as quiet. They are always very aware of their environment, paying great attention to nuances that others may overlook. So, while the Sigma men may not always express their views, their minds are continuously buzzing, processing, and taking in facts. Being silent does not mean having nothing to say. Most of the time, Sigma guys are simply watching, processing, and waiting for the appropriate opportunity to express their thoughts, which makes their remarks even more impactful when they do speak. They are just genuine to themselves and their convictions, something we should all aim for, regardless of personality type. It is not about fitting in or sticking out. It is about being true to oneself. However, when you pursue your path, it is natural to stand out and attract attention, even if that is not your aim. People are predisposed to notice anything that deviates from the norm. Thus, anyone who proposes a concept that differs from the majority's thinking is certain to be classified as a rebel or an outsider. Now, this reminds me of the monkey and banana experiments. When a monkey tried to obtain a prohibited banana, the other monkeys attacked it. Since that is what they were trained to do, Even when fresh monkeys were introduced to replace the old ones, the same habit persisted for unknown reasons. Similarly, the society frequently repeats certain patterns without evaluating their origin or relevance. So, when a person deviates from these patterns, he may be perceived as a rebel, even if his actions are entirely reasonable and justified. There is no such thing as a person who is immune to criticism or self-doubt, including Sigma guys who appear to have it all together on the inside. They, like everyone else, experience times of uncertainty and question their value. Their independence and inclination to keep their ideas and feelings to themselves may create the appearance that they are constantly self-assured and unconcerned with the views of others. However, this is not always the case. They, like everyone else, feel the pain of criticism. The difference is in how they manage it. Sigma men see criticism as a chance for personal development and improvement, not as a personal assault. They excel at taking a step back, analyzing a situation objectively, and extracting significant insights from it. Self-doubt is a natural aspect of being human, and Sigma guys are no different. They may have times of reflection in which they question their behaviors and decisions. However, they often utilize these times of self-doubt as a motivator to go forward and develop themselves, rather than allowing them to become trapped in a negative loop. Don't think that Sigma guys are always full of confidence. They too have times of vulnerability and doubt. Just because these people don't express their feelings does not mean they don't feel them. They experience joy, grief, love, and rage just like everyone else. Sigma guys, on the other hand, handle their emotions within rather than displaying them publicly. They may not cry at a movie or laugh out loud at a joke, but it does not imply that they aren't affected or entertained. They just express their feelings in a quieter, more restrained manner. This restrained manner frequently leads to the notion that they are unfeeling or frigid, which of course they are used to. The lack of outward expressiveness does not imply a lack of feeling. Everyone handles emotions differently, and these men frequently engage in private processing. So don't describe them as unemotional. They are simply more careful in expressing their emotions. There is a common idea that introverted or less socially engaged people despise others, and this stereotype also applies to Sigma guys. However, this is not true. They don't dislike people, they just appreciate their alone time and like to be choosy in their social engagements. Choosing to spend time alone or not actively pursuing social activities does not represent their sentiments towards others. It is essentially a reflection of their preference for deep, meaningful relationships over superficial ones. They are not averse to socializing. They simply want to do so on their terms. They don't shun people. They just avoid needless small talk, drama, and insecurity. They can enjoy social encounters if they believe they are authentic and meaningful. For the Sigma males, it is all about quality and not volume. If you enjoy watching Sigma male videos such as this, kindly like this video, subscribe, and enable post notification so you will know when next I post a new video. Thank you.